account creation and account setup and management at alumcloud.com. In order to be able to manage your projects and your elevations, they have to be linked to an account. Every account can have an unlimited amount of projects and an unlimited amount of elevations. Go ahead and create an account under register. You can register as a standard user. A standard user is a random user of the site that's building project and elevations, getting pricing and paying for new aluminum elevations. Then you have suppliers and companies. You have contractors and glazers. A standard user is also an employee of one of these options. After one of these options have been created, a standard user can be added to the companies or contractors as an employee. At AlumeCloud, they're going to be called team members. So we go ahead and set up this account for demonstration, AlumeCloud. Then you got support at alumecloud.com for the email. This is just pretty standard stuff when it comes to account creation. Now every company has to have a address. The physical address can be a dummy address, but they have to have a the zip code has to be valid. So I'll just go ahead and put in this dummy address here. So we've got this account ready to be set up. Okay. Now we do have the account set up. The profile isn't finished being filled out. It has to be filled out before anything useful can really happen. It also has to be filled out in order for these three messaging system options to be available. You've got LinkedIn, you've got your Twitter, and then you've got AlumeCloud's in-house messaging system. The Twitter and the LinkedIn will not be there by default. It's only there for viewing purposes right now. But once they're added in your account, they will be added to the building page. So we'll go ahead and click on our username there. And here's our avatar. The avatar is not the logo. It's just a quick reference that your customers or friends may recognize you by. So we'll go ahead and change that. I'll choose this little one I made up earlier. So now I've got this little avatar there so everybody know who I am. It's the AlumeCloud logo. And then we can update our email, just standard stuff. Update our passwords. Now here's where it gets interesting. A lot of companies have many different addresses. At AlumeCloud you can have an unlimited amount of addresses. You can also have an unlimited amount of contacts per address and an unlimited amount of phones per contact per address. So I'm going to go ahead and just update this one to the work address. This is the one that we initially filled out in the account registration section. So I updated that. I'll add a contact. So here's our location that we created, and here's the contact type. The me is the first thing that you're going to fill out as far as the contact type. The contact type is the default type that is used throughout AlumeCloud for people to know who you are or your company. This just has to be done once. So we've got AlumeCloud there for first and last name. You can put your first and last name, or you can put your company name. Submit that. So now we've got this address. We've got a contact at the address. Now we're going to put a phone in there. That's not necessary that you do this, but I'm just going to do it for demonstration purposes. There's just one address in there now. It's the only one we created. If we had more, we could choose one of those addresses, and then it would give you the drop down list for the contacts at that address. Right now we've got one contact, so we set up the work phone and then put an extension in there. Okay, so now we've got the address and a contact. This is going to be useful for having multiple addresses and multiple contacts and multiple phones, because when you're building elevations, you might be collaborating together. You might have one person at one location building an elevation for a project, and for estimating purposes, that company can log on and put that header to that estimate for that project and that elevation. Okay, and here's our social section. Right now they're not connected, as we viewed that earlier. When we first set up the account, it bounced to the elevations page. So we'll go ahead and set up the LinkedIn now. So now here we are at LinkedIn. I'll allow access to that. Okay, see, now we're connected. We'll just bounce to the home page here now, where we'll be building, just to see what happens. See, there we are now on LinkedIn. I'm a Loom Cloud at LinkedIn. I don't have my avatar filled out on LinkedIn, and as you can see, it's got a default one there. But I can click on the View Profile, and it will take me to LinkedIn for my profile for a Loom Cloud there. So we would have LinkedIn ready to go there if we wanted it. And we go back to the social network and add Twitter. So we'll go ahead and authorize this app. So now we've got LinkedIn and Twitter connected through the Loom Cloud accounts on both. So if we go back to the home page, now we've got this Twitter thing going on over here. It's just a basic account. I haven't set up at Twitter. I don't have any couple of followers on there for that Loom Cloud. So we'll go back over here, and our social is set up. Now the company information is obviously would be the company information. Aluminum Companies is the main company type that we chose earlier. It's got this default image on there. I need to set up that logo for this company. So you would click on Edit, and it gives you quite a few different options to choose from. These are all optional. I'm sure most companies are going to want to add their logo, so I'll choose this logo I made up earlier and add on there. Okay, so now I've got this Aluminum Cloud logo. I could delete it. So we haven't filled out our company name yet, so we'll go ahead and do that. Account-Creation-12-20-2012. I could change my main company type at this point if I wanted to. The short description is just a short description of your company. These would be other company types. If your company did specialize more than just aluminum, you could choose some of these other options. Just choose glass contractors and products and services. All of these right here, you would just add one per line. They would be set up in a fashion like this. Something like that. Alright, and the payments that your company accepts. Right here you would have your company's website address, and then the long description for your company. That's just information that's not hard to figure out how to do. Okay, so we've got this basic company information set up here for our account, so we can go ahead and start creating elevations and have those elevations mapped to our account. In the next demonstration, I will show you how to do use the messaging system.